Hey everyone, Decav13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fate Hollow Ataraxia. Alright. What are we doing today? Well, we really only have one event right now, so let's go see what Saber's doing at the station. It's come to be a late lunch. To calm my stomach's grumbling, I take my lunch and head for the park. The park on this clear autumn day seems to be almost as crowded as it would be on a weekend. The benches are pretty much all taken. Looking for a place to sit down, I walk along the riverside. From the mouth of the river, I can smell the salty fragrance of the autumn breeze. No wonder it's starting to feel cold. But thanks to the deep blue sky and bright sunshine, even those are forgotten before long. The weather is truly refreshing today. On the other side of the row of swaying radiant golden ginkgo trees, the voices of children cheering and the sound of a ball being bounced around reach me. Soccer. Game of soccer, huh? Yep, did that, together with Shinji. It was a snowy day, very unusual. Back then, Shinji lost one of his shoes. Well, whatever. Having found a nice grassy spot near the playground, I sit down cross-legged. It won't be long before I'll be able to see the outline of my stomach. It's got to look like a deflated soccer ball already. Wasting no time, I take out my 2-liter container and dig in wholeheartedly. As soon as my consciousness comes back, I look up, still munching. On the field, it's 4 versus 4. 8 kids are struggling with the ball. Munching on my soy sauce boiled burdock, I keep watching the game. What I thought was a mere child's play is actually looking pretty good. Looks like the attack and defense are well aware of their roles. Despite having an unusual number of players, this isn't just a kids' game. It's more of a mini-match. Having watched for a while, I noticed that the 2 kids on the side are the 2 kids on the inside are clearly different. Their pass is quite nice looking. Seems like they're going easy on the rest. Must be the local soccer club members or something. Thinking that, I see one energetic guy, just vigorously kicking the ball forward. Falling victim to feints in an amusing way, he keeps pitching forward. Seeing that pitiful but persistent little figure, I suddenly get the urge to help him out. And it wasn't just me who felt that way. From the opposite end of the field, a jeans-clad figure is cheering in his support. And not in the usual cheerleading way, but rather expressing her own joy and sorrow, relaying it as the match progresses. The kids seem to notice it too, feeling awkward whenever they hear her voice. Definitely not Japanese. The hair is a pretty golden color. A white, slender girl-like figure, and I definitely remember seeing the huge lunchbox at her feet before. Saber. Wait, now that I look at it, aren't those my shirt and jeans? Saber. Yep, no mistake. That blue ribbon. Definitely Saber. Actually, now that the weather is nice, she did say that she was going out sometime during the day. But the moment I stand up about to wave to Saber, who's completely immersed in the game, one of the kids stops the match and turns towards her. The other kids start gathering as well. As the kids come closer, Saber looks around herself nervously. Several kids voice their agreement. Oh, Saber.
テレビではいつも大掛かりな応援を目にするものですから、少しでもそれらしくと、得点が入った時など、こう集団で波を作り出したり、それはもう壮観な。
Bending then straightening her knees, Saber meets the kid's unimpressed stares.
失礼いたしました。今後は静かに観戦します。
She bows her head deeply. Suddenly, a ball drops on her lap.
もしかして俺らに混ざりたいのかあんた
And the one who threw it is that very same reckless kid from before.
良いのですか
Taking the ball, her eyes are shining.
やめとけよゲロス。
せえな
外国人じゃん。
Whoa, hey,
バ
dude.
カ今時日本人ばっかりのチームなんかねえよ。
そういやそっか。
サッカーできんの？
姉ちゃん何人 フランス、ドイツ？
イングランド、イギリスです。
Oh, the kids all let out.
イギリスってサッカーが国技だろ。日本の相撲みたいにさ。
ちげえよ。国技にしてんのはドイツとかブラジル。
イギリスはあれじゃん。ゲートボールと野球の合いの子みたいなやつ。名前忘れたけど。
Cricket?
何それ。ゴルフじゃねえの？
ゴルフが国技なのはスコットランド。でも確かサッカーが生まれたのはイギリスだよ。
へえ、お前よく知ってんな。
The boy that called out to Saber clicks his tongue.
んだよ。スペインじゃねえのか。
はい。
Saber nods, perplexed.
イギリス人だったらサッカーは得意ですよね。
Says the boy with glasses.
いえ、それが一度もやってみたことがないのです。
冗談。めちゃめちゃかぶりつきで見てたし。つうかさ、女はやらねえってこと？
サッカーをですか？いえ。
Saber's looking at the ball in her hands.
ずっと興味はあったのですが、鍛錬に追われる日々で挑戦する機会がありませんでした。けれど兵たちが興じている様子はよく見かけたものです。このボールを味方同士で受け渡ししながら、敵陣を示すゴールへ届ければよいのでしょ。
そうだけど、んなの誰でも知ってるって。
兵とか鍛錬とか。姉ちゃん何者？軍人？
まあそのようなものです。あ、自衛隊の事務員さん？自衛隊？
なんだよ、期待してみたら初心者かよ。足手まといが増えちまうな、ゲロス。
だからせえよ。
Before long, I see them choose a representative from each team, and with rock, paper, scissors, decide which team is going to take the foreign player on. Soon, Saber goes out onto the field, surrounded by the kids. That's a relief. Should there have been trouble, I was ready to force my way through the crowd of children, but it ended up working out. Continuing where I left off with the chopsticks, I resume my meal. A mischievous thought crosses my mind, and I slide over to a nearby tree, hiding myself in the shade.
行ったぜ、姉ちゃん。
姉ちゃんではありません。セイバーです。
As she's protesting, her intent gaze is following the ball that was sent up high in front of her.
トラップ。
罠ですか？
体で止めんだよ。
なるほど。
The awkward game continues for a while. No matter how short she is, she still looks out of place playing alongside kids. But Saber herself pays no notice, her face shining brightly. Even the kids, feeling the joy, soon stop going easy on her and begin the real match. That's when it really became a sight worth watching. Right before my eyes, she starts to get used to handling the ball by mimicking the kids' movements. In a span of a few minutes, her movements change completely. Even as the ball goes outside the field, she casually brings it back into the game. Even the opposing team can no longer just kick the ball towards the safety zone. Their passes are becoming more cautious. Speaking of which, the soccer club member-like kid that I noticed a while back. As expected, Saber is chasing him, but he manages to keep her at bay with feints. Suddenly slowing down, he kicks the ball in a direction entirely different from where he's looking, tricking Saber hilariously. But that's not happening a second time. While pretending to go for a long-range kick, he passes the ball to a nearby teammate. Seeing through the maneuver, she quickly catches up. Finally, the ball is hers. Unfortunately, her 4 teammates are still behind her. She's all alone right in the middle of the enemy field. As if unsure what to do next, she looks back. The response comes as a mix of high-spirited voices.
ガラキ、突っ込め。
Saber's face suddenly becomes serious.
はい。
The opposing team had gone on attacking too deeply, and it looks like now they're short-handed. The defender, also the goalkeeper, hurries back to the net. Gliding along the grass, she dribbles towards the goal. She's now facing the goalkeeper one-on-one. A straight shot without a trace of hesitation. Deeply intimidated, the keeper cowers in fear. Grazing the top of his head, the ball flies up, hits the top bar, rebounds, and soars high into the sky.
すっげーシュート。
おっかね
As if to silence the disappointment, out comes the energetic boy's cry.
まだだ押し込め
もちろんです。
Looking up, the ball that has already become but a black dot in the sky is now being pushed back by the headwind. Aiming for the landing spot, Saber dashes back. In a real game, a ball that has crossed the line in the air would be an out, but this place has its own rules. In other words, the ball is still in play.
させねえって。
Struggling to regain the lead, the opposing team comes running back and surrounds her. Using her torso and knees as a spring, Saber leaps up in the air, easily over a man's height, and grabs the falling ball. Her shirt floats in the air as she lands. In front of the dumbfounded kid, Saber throws the ball. Behind the petrified goalkeeper, the net is shaking. A goal. Sort of. Saber!
どうです。
You can't use your hands! Striking a triumphant pose, she turns to face the kids, only to be met with blank stares.
いやいや。あ、
She hurriedly tucks in her now messy shirt into her pants.
見えましたか？ジーンズが少し緩くて。
そうじゃねえって。
見るかよバカ。
俺見えた。
Joining in with the kids' reddened cheeks, the palm of my hand meets my face. ふざけんなっての姉ちゃん。手使ったらフットボールじゃん。
え？だからフットボールなのでは？
Being put on the spot, she's getting nervous. Well, it's not exactly undeserved.
ラグビーと間違えてんじゃね
ラグビー？
She questions with a blank face.
皆さんが口にしているサッカーとは、つまりフットボールのことでしょ？手を使ってはいけないのですか？
ダメに決まってんじゃん。
それハンド、ファールだよ。
おお。
She understands now.
ですが、テレビではボールを投げる場面も。
腕を使っていいのはキーパーだけ。キーパーはあいつだからって最初に言った。
そう、俺。
Once again, the boy playing as goalkeeper raises his hand.
おお、そういう意味だったとは。
Saber.
これは私の失点でした。以後はよく気をつけます。
Raising her drooped head back up, Saber folds her arms, deep in thought.
日本のサッカーのルールはシンプルでいながら複雑です。我が国ではとにかくボールをゴールに入れてしまえばよかった。
何でもありってこと？
ええ、ボールを蹴るのは距離を稼ぐのに手っ取り早いからです。ゴール直前はいつもボールを脇に抱えて奪い合い、
殴るのも超ファール。
退場。
では壁や木でボールを跳ね返したりもやはりなしですか？
グラウンドに木なんか生えてねえよ。
野原よりむしろ街中の試合の方が多かったのですが。
街って？
本当にイギリス人か？
そう言われるとあまり自信が。
Well, yeah. In the Age of Kings, what Saber had watched must have been a predecessor to what is known as soccer today. But then it's Saber we're talking about. The form might be a little different, but anything that involves moving your body around, she'll get used to in no time. But that's not what worries me.
つまり足さばきが最も重要なのですね。
The kids exchanged semi-amazed glances.
ヘディングとかもあるけど、あんた女だし。
女があんなシュート打つか？
では次は本気で蹴ります。
まだ本気じゃねえの？
あれは人にぶつかりそうだったので手加減をしたのです。
Oh boy. The kids have suspicion all over their faces. Pushing Saber outside their circle, they put their heads together and start whispering. And as usual, the energetic boy's voice.
マジかよ。絶対やんねえ。あったよ。そう、悪いのはいつも俺。
And other noises. What a lively fellow. Soon they break up and turn to face Saber once again.
じゃあ姉ちゃんさ、もう一回最初から勝負。どうよ。
勝負ですね。良いでしょう。受けて立ちます。私も失態続きでは収まりがつきませんし、何より夕食が美味しくありません。皆さんもまだまだ視力を出し尽くしてはいないと感じておりました。
Here we go. Saber's unique trait, and her weakest point, her inability to accept defeat. The kids' faces turn pale. Even if she's a beginner, they realize who they're dealing with. As can only be expected, the king of all beasts. No matter if the opponents are a bunch of little kids, asking her to take it easy is pointless. And thus starts the rock-paper-scissors game to separate the living from the dead. After a series of shouts have finished resounding throughout the playground, the teams are decided. As the two groups separate, Saber seems confused.
先ほどとは人数が違いますね。向こうは5人、こちらは私を含めて4人ですか。
ハンデですよ。
あんたが2人分だってば姉ちゃん。だから5対5でいいの。
ちげえよ。ゲロスはいてもいなくても同じじゃん。
せえな。
Before starting the match, they've picked someone to go buy some drinks and are now giving him their requests. Aside, the conversation with Saber continues.
そうは言っても私は初心者なのですが。でもゲロス、あなたが同じチームで。
ゲロスって言うな。
Caught off guard by a remarkably loud scream echoing throughout the playground, the kids go quiet for a moment. However, the silence doesn't last long and is now being replaced by a debate about drink brands.
ゴーラ。
モテねえ。もう一人来いよ。
Having procured the drinks, the kids plop down onto the grass in small groups and take a break. Saber is kneeling down next to a boy sitting cross-legged. For some reason, she looks restless. Looks like she remembered that, unlike usual, she isn't wearing her skirt. Carefully checking around her, she timidly tries the cross-legged pose. How's that? Her satisfied reaction seems to say. Hiding myself deeper within the shade, I feel a tinge of regret. That's a lie. In fact, I'm barely suppressing the laughter that's threatening to burst forth. Saber starts talking to the energetic boy beside her.
先ほどのは良くない相性のようですね。気安く呼びかけてしまったことを謝ります。しかし、そのままにしておいて良いのですか？
別に怒ってねえよ。大声出して悪かったよ。
Another boy plops down on his stomach beside them.
こいつさ、キーパー得意なんだ。ボール怖がんねえからさ。
素晴らしいではないですか。
俺はシュートがしたいんだよ。フォワードで。
1点も入れたことねえけどな。で、いつだっけ？こんな近くからのシュートを腹で直に受けちゃってさ、おえーって。
なるほど。だからゴマゴマと呼ばれるように。
そういうこと。
恥じることはありません。名誉の負傷です。
ゲロじゃ相手からファール取れねえって。
あれ、元の名前なんだっけ？なんか言ってたよね。今日から俺はゲロストンだっけ？
ガリクソンじゃねえか？
ちげえよ。
While scratching his head, the boy says,
スペインのさ、リーガ・エスパニョーラにすっげえシュートを打つ選手がいるんだ。トリスタンっていう。
ああ、それだ。
Saber. Right at that moment, Saber's eyes flip wide open and her gaze fixates on the boy in front of her.
なんだよ、寄るなよ。
トリスタン。
Yeah, that name would catch your attention.
あなたはトリスタンですか？
ゲロスでいいってんだろ。恥ずかしいからもうやめろよ。
素晴らしい名前ではないですか。トリスタン、ぜひそう呼ばせてください。
別に本名じゃねえし、俺がこんなサッカー弱いままじゃトリスタンだって迷惑だろ。
He says, pointing at the proud-looking Saber.
そんなことはない。あなたのような少年の憧れになることはいつの時代でも戦いに赴く者の何よりの励みとなるでしょう。
Confused, Tristan's cheeks start burning red.
1点くらいなんですか？あなたならすぐに入れられます。頑張りましょう。
Taking the initiative, Saber stands up straight.
何しろ最終的には77対88というような得点になるわけですから、 選手一人が1点入れる機会くらいは。
姉ちゃん、それバスケね。
スリーポイントシュートとかもないから。
変な外国人。
The game begins. Just prior, Saber kept insisting that Tristan should come out in front, but
勝つつもりならあんたが前に出なきゃダメだ。キーパーは絶対俺がやる。
he absolutely wouldn't budge. Saber's side is outnumbered. Goalkeepers aside, the teams are 3 on 4. With this few players, the difference of even one may end up affecting the match far more than expected. Once the ball is theirs, the basic strategy is to attack while passing it between Saber and one other player. However, that leaves one defender to back up the two of them. Just one. Not exactly reliable. On the other hand, the opposing team, in addition to having one defender, can use the remaining player as a midfielder for both offense and defense, in a much more soccer-like manner. Looks like the kids didn't mention anything about an offside rule. In that case, for Saber, with her speed, it would be advantageous to press deep within the enemy side, I'd guess. However, the passes get cut too often. The attack soon crumbles and the entire team is forced to defend. Saber's team is clinging onto its field and can't make a move. A cry comes towards them from the goal. The keeper himself cannot advance in front. Instead, shouting at the top of his lungs, the boy points at the best spot to attack. Now's the chance. Gracefully stopping the ball that was cleared by her team, she's advancing forward. Her dribbling picture perfect. A world of difference from before. With this, neither allies nor enemies will catch her. That's right, opposed by the numerous enemies, Saber is literally playing 2 roles. The opposing team's defender stands in her path. Slowing down, it looks as if she's about to pass the ball to her teammate on the other side. Suddenly turning her body around, she dashes forward yet again. A feint. Having artfully handled the opponent, she leaves him behind. Well done. Now only the goalkeeper remains.
Chance! Sensei Morai!
Her teammates' cheers intensify. Never stopping her feet for even a moment, Saber nods. Even the goalkeeper already has the vision of her last shot flashing before him. Seeing the image of a roaring lion approaching from the front, he knows he's already dead.
もう外しません。
At an even greater distance this time, she finally assumes the shooting position. Is it confidence? Or maybe just compassion for the keeper, giving him time to run away.
Hot!
A flash of her foot like a bow releasing an arrow. A gunshot-like sound reverberates through the field. Oh, she popped the fucking ball. My cheeks shiver as if having received an electric shock. Covering their ears, the kids are petrified. Did she break the sound barrier? She did say she'll be serious, and get serious she definitely did. Yeah, it's Saber after all. This is the end. Fearing the worst, I look over the goal. Oh, he thinks he killed the kid. What's up to the kid? A gaseous mist of red particles. Well, not quite. Huddled behind the goalpost, the poor kid finally dares to crack open his eyelids. There's no ball, and neither is there a gaping hole. All that's left is a soft breeze swaying the net.
すっげえ映画見てキーパー死んでねえよ
じゃあボールは
The agitated kids turn towards Saber. With a shamed face, she points towards the sky.
申し訳ありません。
A mix of angry cries, screams, and shouts of joy pierce the autumn sky. Like a boomerang, or maybe some kind of UFO, the pitiful remains of the ball, split into a big Mitsubishi shape, come flying back.
ああ三枝のボールはありやがった
Oh, is one of these kids Saigoose's little brother?
おい姉ちゃんに殺される俺知らねえぞ怒られるのコータ兄ちゃんだけだからな
どうすんだよ試合。
おお、もう一回やってみてプリーズ。
How are you gonna have one more match?
だからボールがねえんだって
Saber hangs her head in shame. In the meantime, the remains of the ball finally landed in the nearby thicket. Having received the full force of the impact, the synthetic leather has split magnificently, straight line burn marks evident on the surface. The latest victim to witness Saber's deadly attack. I hesitate for a while. Shall I watch the match till the end, or shall I leave before they notice me? I want to keep watching, but I shouldn't interfere with this development.
どっちかしか取れないよな。
Much as I hate to leave, there is one thing I can do. That being, trace on. Mourning over their fallen comrade, only Tristan manages not to fall into despair.
だよ、たかがボールじゃん。
でも三枝兄には当分小遣いなしだぜ。
それは諦めろ。
私が弁償を。
無理。うちの姉ちゃんが人様からお金もらうわけないよ。
遺憾に存じます。
だったらゲロス持ってこいよ。家近いだろ。
俺のボールは川に放流したんだ。
ああ、前の PK 戦の時のゲロスのか。
PK であんな飛距離稼いだシュート初めて見たよな。
せえな、いつか大きくなって戻ってくんだよ。
面目次第もございません。
And then suddenly the soccer ball comes back. Bouncing up as high as it hits the grass is now in Saber's hands. The scar marks are still there, yet definitely still holds air.
何？どっから飛んできた？
I'm still watching, but now from the thicket behind them, lying on the ground. The kids huddle around Saber, gawking at her hands.
治ってる。怖え。サプライズ。姉ちゃんマジシャン？
いえ、魔術は不得意です。
ほら戻ってきたじゃん。なあ、
生きてんのかよ。っていうか復活？
これはそうですね。きっと魔法です。
She knows. Saber's holding onto their precious ball tightly.
さて
Now that the secret is out, it's time to retreat. Saber's innocent joy of playing soccer with the kids would be spoiled by seeing me here.
試合の結果はまた次の機会に教えてもらうってことで。
Sneaking around, I quietly leave the playground. Right then, where should I go for the afternoon? Oh, that was adorable. Let's see, some stuff at school. The Emmy residence. Nothing anything with Ryder. Oh, no, something with Saber. Oh, I guess that's asking her about the match. Now you know, since we just did the match.
おいセイバー、あれいないのかな。
Strange. I followed her all the way here from the living room. She should be here. As I hold my chin to think, I think I hear a voice coming from inside. Giggling can be heard from the other side of the screen door.
なんだいるじゃないか。開けるぞセイバー。ダメなら断ってくれ。
Having warned her, I slide the door open, as I thought she was there all along, playing with her lion. She's standing up straight, yet wearing an expression several times more gentle than normal while holding the plushie I bought for her a while back. Seems like Saber didn't notice me entering. She's still smiling at the plushie.
セイバ
Since it seemed like she hadn't noticed me, I called out to her the second time. Then an expression of pure shock appeared on her face, and she began to panic. For reasons unknown to me, Saber hurriedly searches around her. Then she stuffs the plushie into the futon beside her and, taking a deep breath, finally faces towards me. By now, she's returned to the regular Saber.
はい。何かご用ですか、シロ。
ー。ああ、いや、うん。あ、それよりもセイバー、一体何をしてたんだ。
いえ、特に何も。
She answers right away. No, it really didn't look like nothing. And on top of that, didn't she just hide the plushie?
いやでも。
でも、何ですか、シロ。何か見ていたとでも言うのですか？
Her restless eyes are asking, "You didn't see anything strange just now, did you?"
うん。
Alright then. If that's the case, I'm going to tease her. Just a little bit.
ああ、見てないぞ。セイバーがそのぬいぐるみを抱えてニヤニヤしてたところとか、自分で動かしてたところとか、小さな子供を相手にしてるような口調だったところなんて。ああ、大丈夫。それにあのぬいぐるみをセイバーが布団の中に持ち込んで一緒に寝てるなんてことはみんなには黙っておくから。
Zero. Of course, I've never seen her doing that, but it seems like it hit the mark. Did I push it too much? I'll go on just a bit further. Why are you going further?
あ、いや、人形やぬいぐるみに話しかけたりするのは変じゃない。優しさの証明だ。 童心を理解してやれるってことでもあるし、いい大人が人間をコレクションしたり、
Oh, she's gonna kill him.
人間みたいにお世話したりするのだってむしろ高尚な趣味なんじゃないか。あれ
For some unknown reason, wind started to blow from within the room. Uh-oh. There goes the wind sheath.
そうですか、白。
There's a faint smile on Saber's face. The wind seems to be coming from the direction where Saber is standing.
セイバ
Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, right, there was something in Rin's room, too. I'll go have a look, I guess.
あら、エミヤくん。おやすみなさい。
ー、おやすみ遠坂。夜更かしすんなよ。って待て、それはなんだ、それは。
I call out to Tosaka, who's trying to slip by me. I wouldn't normally mind if she ignores me, but something here worries me.
何よ、エミヤくん。私、何かおかしなところがあるの？
遠坂本人ではなく武装が怪しい。
What's she holding?
そこ、後ろに何を隠している？
別にエミヤくんには関係ないと思うけど。はい、見る？
She displays it openly. There can be no mistake. There is a bottle of liquor and a glass in her hands.
それ飲むのか？
飲む以外何に使うのよ。ナイトキャップ代わりってやつよ。
まあ、なるほど。一杯引っ掛けると眠くなるって聞くもんな。
Well, good night then. Somehow it doesn't seem like an appropriate way to dismiss this.
気のせいかしら。エミヤくん、ひどい顔してるけど。
気のせいじゃない。お前のせいだ。寝る前にちょっと一杯ってなんだよ。それ、まさかアルコール？
ずいぶん大げさね。エミヤくんは飲まないの？どうしても寝つけない時とか。
そういう時は布団をかぶってじっとしてるし、寝づらいことは少ない。
そうよね。エミヤくんって年中ドライでも平気って感じだし。
Thanks ever so much for the admiring words, Tosaka. I can tell she's pouting. Does Tosaka really think I'm that unusual?
お酒じゃないわよ、安心して。ただの輸入物の濃い味のジュースだから。ぐっすり眠りたい時にね、自分を騙すためにたし飲んでいるの。
そうか。一応信じるが、飲みすぎるなよ。
Saying that reminds me of Fujine, the household's patron saint of overdoing it when it comes to drinking. That tiger of ours can down enough booze to have an actual wild tiger, to have a wild... fucking words, why can't I speak? That tiger of ours can down enough booze to have an actual wild tiger staggering.
本当に信じてる？たとえお酒だとしても、藤村先生みたいな飲み方はしないわよ。我が家の家訓では、飲んでも飲まれるなと。
That sure is a tavern-like saying the Tosakas have. Most likely it was added by the current generation.
安心なさい。何事も余裕を持って優雅たれ。気分悪くして倒れるなんて、みっともない真似は死んでもできないわよ。
Certainly, I can't even imagine Tosaka drunk. Tosaka has to maintain her perfect honor student image. She probably drinks while being mindful of her own limits. Well, it's also likely that she'd mistake vodka for something else and topple over. True.
注意した方がいいのはさくらよ。あの子水気だから、藤村先生なんか比較にならない素質があるはず。将来のね。ライダーも底なしっぽいわね。だって上ばみだから。
虎に上ばみに。我が家はアルコール動物園か。
I wonder about Saber. She doesn't seem like she'd refuse alcohol. Plus, she wouldn't have been able to play the part of king back in those days without drinking.
そういえば、シロってお酒苦手そうよね。
そんなことはないと思う。酒に鍋とか豚肉のビール鍋とか平気だから。
Yeah, but that cooks off all the alcohol.
あんなのアルコールみんな飛んじゃってるじゃない。
Obviously, it would be kind of weird if they did. Now that I think about it, I don't recall myself having ever really drank.
未成年なんだし、酒に弱かろうが強かろうが関係ないだろ。
あくまで将来の話よ。そうね。この辺も鍛えないとダメね。
鍛えるって何をだよ。
お酒、
Training to be a
アルコール。ほら、あっちの方はワインやビールなんて水って世間だから。エミヤ君も飲めるようになっておかないと大変よ。
Over there? Europe? I've heard about that as well, but that doesn't mean we need to start practicing now.
父さがやはり酒飲みは似合わな。
何言ってるのよ。シローがカッパカッパと飲んで倒れたら面倒を見るのは私しかいないじゃない。そんなみっともない真似をするのは嫌よ。
It seems that Tosaka watching over me is more likely than the other way around. After all, Tosaka's holding a bottle of strong brandy and actually seems like she can handle it.
だな。そうならないように努力する。
酔う酔わないは努力うんぬんじゃないわよ。半分以上は体質なんだから。
日本人は体質的に下戸が多いってやつか。って待てよ。だったら鍛えることなんかできないんじゃ。
飲んでいれば飲み慣れてくるものよ。それにどれくらいが事故の限度かを知らないのが一番危ないんだから。
She has a point. Someone who's not used to running would injure themselves if they try to run a long distance at high speed. So it's even the same with alcohol. If you get caught up in the moment, you could be over your limit in no time.
そういうこと。じゃあ今からちょっと付き合いなさい、シロ。
そういう道理か。いや待て、それジュースだろ。
そう、ジュース。成人前の予行演習。おい。
Should I take her up on this invitation? This would be my first time drinking with Tosaka. Until now, I never thought something like this could happen.
何遠い目をしてるのよ。
いや、昔はほら、遠坂は完全無欠のお嬢様だと思ってたから、酒の話とか、こんな風に声かけられるとか、つゆほどにも思ってなかったから。
Thinking about it now, it doesn't seem that strange. Suddenly, I find myself reminiscing about days long past. I don't really feel any strong attachment to them, though.
あの頃の純真に戻りたいとか？
でもない。わかった。そういうことなら付き合おう。何か魚がいるか？
こんな時間にカロリー取ってもいいことないわよ。ま、一杯だけだから。
I guess that's fine. Eh? I'm a bit concerned about the origin of that bottle in Tosaka's hand.
その瓶、うちのじゃないか？
もちろん。ほら、溜め込まれるより飲まれた方が有効な活用じゃない？
いいか。その辺は勝手に補充する係がいるし。
The Fujimura group gives us plenty of those kinds of things, and the Japanese ones are useful for cooking, but the brandies and whiskeys are too strong. Sakura said that flambeing with brandy creates a nice aroma, but she was scared by the size of the flames.
いいでしょ。今度うちに来たらお返しに秘蔵のコレクションからおごる。それでおあいこ。
何をコレクションしてるんだ。わかった。グラス持ってくる。
これ一つでいいじゃない、別に。
んなこと言ったって、遠坂、それだと同じグラスで。
We take turns drinking. One glass between Tosaka and myself. That would be very...
もう、少しは雰囲気くらい出しなさいよ。
Taken completely off guard, her words cut through me. Damn it, was I being that dense?
了解。でも、次はグラスは2つ用意しろよ。
はいはい。じゃあ、私の部屋に行きましょう。
Let's see, what do we have first on day 3? I'm in the temple, and that's the only thing. Okay, so, now let's see what Kane's up to. The gate at the top of Ryudo Temple's long stairs. The gatekeeper here, swordsman from another time, assassin Kojiro, does not reveal himself. Instead, the one watching the gate is known as Madam among friends, the cool-eyed girl.
やはり
こんな時間にはいないか。
それって一世のことか、ヒムロ。
Although it just doesn't seem likely that she would have anything other than student council matters with Issei.
ああ、エミヤか。寺のことは親しいのであったな。
腐れ縁というか、なんというか。ヒムロもお寺に用があるのか？
Something on the temple gate she was watching must have piqued her interest. Perhaps that On statue is the work of the famous Buddhist image maker of the Kamakura period. Is that what she's thinking?
ユキカが見たと言っていたのだが。
Oh, Kojiro.
見た？
お侍の姿をした人がいたと。牧寺は幽霊かと怯えていたが、怪しいものだ。
That would be Kojiro. It's not like I can tell her, but calling him a ghost isn't that far off. But why would Saigusa be able to see him?
だが寺に幽霊、それも正門に宿るなど考えられない。もしいるのなら、この寺の功徳が足りない証拠だ。
そっち向きじゃないらしいから、家事祈祷や大麻釈伏は不得意とか。
宗派はともかく、皇徳の僧がいれば怨霊もいたずらに近づけまい。
幽霊なら夜来ないと見えないんじゃないのか？
逆だ。夜の暗がりで何かを見間違えば幽霊と錯覚する。であれば日の光の下でなら見間違う何かがわかる。幽霊の正体見たりカレーオーバーなだ。
I see. That's the voice of reason. Unfortunately for an intellectual like Himuro, there actually is a ghost here. Himuro is looking around the temple gate once again.
ただ見間違うような何かもなかった。わからないものだ。
Thus, being unable to find a logical explanation for this phenomenon bothers her.
本当にいるかもしれないぞ。この寺に落泊した落ち武者がいた伝承があるとか。
エミヤはそういう存在を信じるタイプなのか？
全くいないと証明するのも難しいからな。
Alia or Tosaku would probably give you a ton of model evidence that they do, in fact. I get a feeling that she would try to bring all magic under one grand unified Himuro theory.
ヒムロはいないって思ってるんだろ？無神論者というか、唯物論者か？
ひどい言われようだな。私はいるのならいる理由が欲しいだけだ。神仏がそう望んだ。そんなものでも構いはしない。
I listen to her in amazement. As if being lectured by a chemistry or physics teacher, my head drops. No man should be able to match wits with her. Well, we do have pretty deep conversations sometimes.
実際にいると仮定し、郷土史や龍道寺の過去帳から正体を推測するという手もある。
該当する歴史上の人物があれば、それが正体だと？
そうすれば、わずかながらも心の慰めにはなろう。
I see. It's the lack of certainty that makes her anxious.
ユキカが不思議がっていたが、結局わからないままだ。不甲斐ない。
Saigusa's report isn't one she can just dismiss, it means, it seems. What will Himuro do if Makidera starts acting up?
もしヒムロが本当に幽霊を見つけたら。
そこまでは考えていなかった。
Presume that you're about to meet an unknown something that may or may not exist. Is that too tall of an order? Himuro appears to be considering her options.
いや、悩んでもわかることではないか。その時は専門家にでもお願いしよう。
Specialists.
遠坂とか？
何を言う。この中には本職がいるではないか。足元に出る幽霊なら何とかしろとな。
I see. So that's how. Did no one tell her that there's no abilities resembling the power of Buddha in the Ryudo family? Tosaka's talent runs in the family, at least.
さて、私は少し境内を巡ってくる。寺の子でも見たら捕まえて話を聞こう。
一世は幽霊のことは知らないと思うけどな。
東大元暮らしか。ありそうな話だ。そうなれば、おとなしくこの山に願をかけるのも悪くはない。
学業成就とか？
Someone as determined as Himuro has got to wish for something to that effect. However, turning around suddenly,
縁結びだ。
え？
words I couldn't imagine hearing came out. Love. Himuro? I mean, who?
また意外そうな顔をしているなエミヤ。私が良縁を願うのがエミヤに差し障りがあるのか？
そんなことはないけど。
あの公演の時も私が色恋の話をするのがおかしいと言いたそうであったな。実際はどうなのだ？
It's just that it was completely out of the blue. I mean, much like the one now.
誤解してもらっては困るが、このような質問をしても別に私は君に気があるわけではないぞ。
大丈夫。とりあえず味も色気もない会話だってことは理解してる。
ご理解痛み入る。ま、恋愛も幽霊も同じだ。私はそういう陰影の多い事柄に心を惹かれる。どちらも絵になるからな。それ以上は詮索するな。この寺に縁結びを願ったとしても、私の観察する恋人たちの未来のためだ。私自身の縁結びは考えたこともない。では、エミヤの良縁も一緒に願ってこよう。
Having left me with those words, she sets off towards the gate at a brisk pace. What can I say? At our school, some people live in a different world. Himuro, the loved event added to the Oh, I haven't checked that out. Right, I do have that thing on the main menu, Eclipse. The only thing here now is Lancer. Cooperation. Huh. Let's see what he says. Oh, right! Yeah. Well then. I'm not entirely sure myself how I reached this conclusion, but I feel that to defeat the enemy that I haven't seen, I need the help of others. Archer is out of the question. Castor is currently a pacifist. Assassin might as well be a statue. Ryder simply doesn't care as long as she can protect Sakura. Ilya is enjoying herself just sitting on the sidelines and watching. That means he's the only one left.
Oi, Lancer!
I wave and greet him. Complicated rhetoric doesn't work on this guy, so I get straight to the point. I explain it the best I can. The abnormality of these 4 days. How even though we've never met, I'm vaguely aware of the 8th Master's appearance and fighting style. That the Lady Magus is part of the abnormality happening now. And since Saber and I are a poor match for her, perhaps I could borrow the support of another servant. Lancer doesn't turn around at all. His eyes are lazily staring at the sky, looking more and more displeased.
確認するが、その女、赤毛のショートでスーツ姿か？
So he does know her.
ああ、革手袋をつけて殴ってくる。
イヤリングはしていたか？
ね？確かしてなかったかな。
ラスト。そいつ、5体満足だったか？
は？そりゃ5体満足って言えばそうだけど、服の下のことまでは断言できないぞ。
And the questions stop there. Lancer sighs.
ご苦労なこった。くたばった後も戦うことはねえだろうに。
Yeah. He grumbles.
ランサー、そいつが何者なのかはまだわからない。ただ、敵であることは確かなんだ。今度、俺とセイバーが夜の巡回に出るとき、あんたの力を貸して。
悪いな。他を当たってくれ。俺はパスだ。
Even though he says it in a relaxed tone, the refusal is final. This is what makes this man really scary. Only now do I realize he can smile while wielding a lance without mercy.
理由聞いてもいいか？
趣味じゃねえだけだ。嫌がらせの類じゃねえよ。お前には借りがある。他の頼み事なら安請け合いもしてやりたいが、そいつは特別だ。仮に王様の命令でも首を横に振るだろうさ。
The way he says it, there's no room for discussion anymore. It's the word of a man who had never defied his lord when he was alive. Looks like Lancer will never get involved where she's concerned. So I guess I'm pretty on the mark about her supposed to be Lancer's master, but she's the one Kirei killed. I don't nothing to do here, so. Let's see. Station. No, let's go to the outskirts again. Let's see. Oh, we still do have quizzes to do at the forest ruins. Oh yeah, let's do that.
まさか自爆しようと。さっき
あんた
いいなわ。はーい、もちろん。
しん
じゃさ好きな方を選んでね。
I suppose moderate would be the one. Oh, the next one list. Oh, that's Fujimura Raiga. We'll see if I know these. Caster Nason has elf ears. Yeah, that's right. Oh, no, it's not. How many scrolls are hanging back? Oh, Jesus Christ. Might have to look these up. No fucking things on here. I forgot I'm editing a video right now. The dojo just showed up on the preview window. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. There's the answer. Yeah, it's 2. Star of Creation. Oh, that's Inuma Elish. Who bought the clothes Saber's wearing originally? Yeah, they're Kotomine Kirei's clothes. Now they're Rin's. What? Alright, let's go to the ruins. Definitely bad feeling about this. Wonderful encounter awaits me.
こんばんは。よろしくね。まったく夜更かしさんだな、君は。
So you were here after all. For those of you who have no idea who this character is, try visiting the ruins before sunset.
そんなわけでやってまいりました。みんな大好き。人類を進化させる第7の要素、クイズ道場上級編です。今回の商品はなんと温泉。ユニットバスはもうコリゴリ。広い湯船で思いっきり体を伸ばせるハートフルな贈り物よ。ちなみに紅葉は需要競争、家内安全、爆撃型機動要請による金運上昇とかよりどりみどりです。
おー、嘘くせえ。
Applause. Hot springs. Right. Renovated bathroom is the most you could possibly expect from this quiz ogre. Nevertheless, the very sound of the words hot spring feels wonderful. Lured in by that feeling, I end up responding with applause as well.
信心深い君に幸あれ。今回のクイズに全問正解した暁には嬉し恥ずかしなイベントが目白押しになるのです。お風呂は日本の心です。お風呂は裸でエッチです。女の子が入ってるのにうっかり入っちゃって大変だな。もうヒューヒュー。だがそんなユートピアは許さねえ。行くぞ。これが最終決戦だ。そこのエロガッパ、ただれ出し生活を送りたかったらこの私を超えていくがよい。
This is the era of Fujimura Taiga. Well, you're free to dream whatever you like. Fate has a hidden 4th route, Fujine's heart-throbbing 7th period honey class. There isn't even a 7th period anywhere nowadays. Fujimura Taiga got 1st place in the popularity poll by a wide margin too. Don't you mean 9th place? fate's main heroine is Fujimura Taiga. Sure that's the same fate we're talking about? The main heroine of this fan disc is Fujimura Taiga. Let it go, Fujimura.
ショック！1年半かけて考えた難問奇問がたった数分で全滅ですか
You spent a year and a half thinking of those questions? There's a cracking sound as, from the feet up, the quiz ogre slowly starts turning into stone. Since time immemorial, all manner of apparitions have some sort of system by which they can be repelled. Just as the Mikoshi Nyudo of folklore will disappear if looked past, even this seemingly invincible and inexhaustible weirdo will break down when criticized.
おのれだが忘れるなエロガッパくん。私は何度でも蘇る。ヒロインがいる限り、この世に報われない脇役がいる限り、冥府から V トールで現れる。おお、なんという人の業。罪深き者、汝の名は人間なり。エミヤ邸のお風呂が解禁された。
まあ、なんつうか、やっぱり妖怪の類だったか。
For the time being, seems like she's going to learn from the experience and not show up here for a while. I got my hands on something pretty priceless thanks to her, so I guess I'll perform some off-the-cuff last rites before I return to the castle. Okay, bath reinforcement obtained. Alright, skip that. I think I'll just head back in. We do have some events to do. You know, I want to see if I can find the answers to those quizzes. I might just skip around a little bit. Just do those quizzes back to back to back. The fucking... To the guy who made this, you couldn't just, like... put these in a fucking text doc? Okay, let me skip around then a little bit. I want to get these quizzes done. I'll worry about new events later on in the next episode. Rest of this episode is just gonna be me running back these fucking quizzes.
いいな。はい、もちろん。
Alright, you. Let's run back that fucking
好きな方を選んでね。
Fujimura Raiga. That one I know. Oh, that's Verde. That one I actually remember. Liz's proper name is Laceret. Oh, why are you giving me all answers I actually fucking know this time? Lancer was originally the servant of... ... Kotomine Kirai. I'm fairly certain the answer is going to be Bazat. But let me see here. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. These questions are in fucking They're all in fucking Japanese. Motherfucker. What the hell? I can't even find the answer I'm looking for. This quiz 3 is the one I'm looking for. No, it isn't. Fuck, are you fucking kidding me with this shit, dude? Some fucking guide When the pictures aren't fucking translated, bro. Oh, none of these have it either. Sweet. Okay. Okay, so I was right in the end, but fuck this guy with this dumbass guide. Pretty Witch Zelrek. What the fuck? Pretty sure this is the last one, too. Hold on, I think I saw this one on one of the other multiple fucking guides I looked for. Yes? Okay, I think that's the last one. There's just 5 questions, right? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, do I not get anything? Oh, is it only the first clear gets me? The alcohol? I guess this is just for clear, right? Oh, why not? I'll do the last quiz, that way I don't have to fucking do this shit again. Yeah, why the hell not? This episode's a fucking mess and a half. Alright. There's a lot more information on the last one now. These last questions seem like I wouldn't be able to get them very easily. Most of them kind of stupid.
いろいろめんどいんで選ぶのは任せます。
あ、本当？偉いぞ。目上の人を立てることを知ってるのね。お姉ちゃん嬉しいな。けど敵に利きクイズを預けるな。この未熟者め、そんなんでこのクイズ鬼を超えられると思ったか。お前のような軟弱者には最上級クイズを叩き込んでやる。ふふふ。全問正解の暁には私の素敵な壁紙ゲットだぜ。
Doing this for a wallpaper? It's the name of the river that runs through Fuyuki City. That is the Neon River. The Holy Grail in the original Fate story is the 726th. What was Maki? What do you mean? What do you think? Pirates? What kind of a question is that? Which one of Saber's attributes is less than A under Rin Tosaka being her master? That would be her agility. Everything else is rank A when she's Rin's servant. When did Fate go on sale? 2004. Okay, well, at least I got the dumbass questions out of the way. Now we never have to interact with the quiz ogre ever again. Sweet. Alright, yeah, I'm out of sheer curiosity. Let me go back to the 61%, eh? That's not so bad. Alright, I'll end things off here for today. A lot of fucking dead space in this one. I'll probably end up cutting a bunch out, if I remember, hopefully. So I will see you all in the next episode when we start another loop. See you all then. Bye!